Dear students, as per the university guidelines, we are starting online classes and I welcome all of you to this online platform. I am Deepa Shetty, new faculty of Commerce Department, having 8 years of experience in teaching BCom subjects. And previously I have worked at MSRS College Shirwa. In this academic year, I am going to teach you Financial Accounting third. So before moving towards our paper, I would like to share something about this online class. So first and foremost, as per the timetable, join the class. If you have any doubts related to this paper, you feel free to share with me. I will send all the study materials related to this paper through WhatsApp online group. Kindly go through it. Uh, and if there may be issues related to this online class, as we are all new to this platform, I will put maximum efforts to reach you better. Okay. So this is financial accounting third syllabus. So the part third of financial accounting, it deals with the partnership accounts, the accounting treatment related to partnership accounts. So partnership is a form of business wherein two or more person they join together to form a business. So it is an agreement between the partners. So whenever there is a changes in their relations, that partnership firm must be reconstituted. That is a resolution of partnership firm. So the old partnership deed will it will come to an end, and in that place a new partnership agreement should be made. So first chapter, partnership accounts, admission of a partner and goodwill to be treated as per Indian accounting standard. So now it is mandatory for all the business firms to keep books of accounts and treat the goodwill as per AS 10, that is accounting standard 10. So whenever there is a admission of a partner, a partnership firm must be reconstituted. For that, we have to prepare the revaluation account, partners capital account, then goodwill account, then we have to prepare the new balance sheet. So in order to prepare the new balance sheet, we should close the books of accounts. We should prepare the revaluation, and we should close the partners capital account, and as well as treat the goodwill. So goodwill is a main important concept here, the treatment of goodwill. Next unit is a retirement of a partner. So whenever a partner retires from the partnership firm, if there is A, B, and C, the partners, then any one partner may retire from the partnership business, maybe with an express agreement, or it may be consent of all the partners. A partnership, partner can be retired from the partnership firm. So in that case also, partnership firm must be reconstituted. So the accounting treatment related to retirement of a partner will be studied in this second unit, and the goodwill treatment is must be as per the Indian accounting standard. Then you need third, partnership accounts, admission come retirement of a partner. So here these two incidents will happen, and in simultaneously one partner will retire from the partnership firm, and similarly one more partner will admit into the partnership firm. In the simultaneous case will happen. So in that case also, the accounting entry should be given, a new balance sheet should be prepared. For that purpose, we have to maintain the books. We have to follow the accounting treatment, and here also goodwill treatment should be done as per Indian accounting standard. So this is the fourth chapter under the partnership accounts, death of a partner. So death may occur at any time. When there is a death of a partner, so we need to prepare the executor's account, because your executors are the legal representative of deceased partners, are entitled to the capital on the date of the death, share of goodwill, revaluation profit, and accumulated reserves and all. So we need to prepare the executor's account, and we should make payment to the executors. Next comes here joint life policy and individual policies. So in order to make payment to the uh, legal representative, what we say here, executors in accounting treatment, it is known as executor. So in order to make payment to the executors, the partnership firm may take insurance policy. That insurance policy may be taken, one single policy may be taken on all the partners, or a separate policy can be taken, that is known as individual policies. So next, fifth chapter of partnership accounts, that is resolution of partnership firm. So that is nothing but closure of business partnership firm. Partnership firm may be dissolved, and there may be a single dissolution. It may come to an end, dissolution. Maybe the insolvency of partners. If any partner is insolvent, means he is not able to make payment. His liabilities are more than his debt. So he is unable to make a payment towards his debt. Then there is a capital loss. That capital loss to be borne in the agreed ratios. So here 6 units, a partnership account relating to sale of partnership firm to a limited company. So here one of the greatest liability of the partnership firm, that is disadvantages of partnership firm, is its unlimited liability. So in that case, in order to avoid such risk, a partnership firm may sell its business to an existing company, or it may convert into joint stock company. So it may think but the sale of partnership firm to a limited company. So entries relating to a sale of partnership firm to a limited company should be passed here. An accounting treatment should be given, and also gradual realization of assets and piecemeal distribution of cash. Here proportionate capital method ಅನ್ನ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ follow ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. That is whenever the firm is closed, so the all the assets should be realized and all the liability should be paid. So the method what we are going to follow, as and when the assets are realized and making payment towards the liabilities, it is known as piecemeal distribution of cash. So this is all about our syllabus. So we will study every accounting concepts in each and every chapters. So I will start with the first chapter, that is admission of a partner.
Dear students, this is our first chapter, admission of a partner. To understand this concept, let us take an example. A and B, Mr. A and Mr. B, they started one partnership firm. They started one partnership firm in the year 2010. In the year 2010. With A's capital contribution rupees 10 lakh, B's capital contribution is rupees 10 lakh. So in the year 2010, they started one partnership firm. Now, in the year 2019, in the year 2019, they decided to have more capital. So they need more capital. So they decided to admit Mr. C into partnership firm. So, in order to have more capital, Mr. A and Mr. B decided to admit Mr. C into the partnership firm. So, this is the case of admission of a new partner into the partnership business. There may be another case. Mr. A and B started their business in Udupi. So their place of business is Udupi. Now they decided to expand their business in Bangalore. So now they decided to expand their business in Bangalore. So to partners, there is an agreement, and that agreement is known as partnership deed. So now, if any new partner is admitted into the partnership deed, there is any changes in the relation of partners, that the partnership firm must be reconstituted. There is nothing but dissolution of firm. Reconstitution is nothing but the old agreement. So let us take this as a partnership deed. They have made in the year 2010. Now, while admitting a new partner in the year 2019, they need to cancel this old partnership deed. In the place of old partnership deed, they should agree or prepare a new partnership deed. So, this is nothing but this partnership deeds. It contains all the regulations relating to carrying of partnership business. The old partnership deed must be cancelled. In the place of old partnership deed, new partnership deed should be prepared. So this is nothing but reconstitution of partnership firm. So reconstitution of partnership firm reconstitution of partnership firm. So here the old agreement it will comes to end, and in that place the firm came into the new firm will came into existence. It's nothing but reconstitution of partnership firm. So the firm should be reconstituted at the time of admission of a partner. At the time of admission, firm must be reconstituted. Then at the time of retirement, firm must be reconstituted. Means here the new firm should be came into existence. So in case of change in the P&L ratio, change in the P&L ratio, or in the case of death of a partner. So in case of death of a partner, so firm must be reconstituted. If there is any changes in the P&L ratio, that is here, if they agreed A and B of P, Q are partners, so they share profit and losses in the ratio of 3:2:1. Now they decide to cancel this old ratio. They change. They agreed new profit sharing ratio 1:1:1. In this case also the firm must be reconstituted. Retirement, for example, P, Q, R are the partners. If any one partner, for example, Q decides to retire from the partnership firm, in this case also partnership firm must be reconstituted and the admission of a partner. So in this case also partnership firm must be reconstituted. Now let's see what is reconstitution of partnership firm. Reconstitution of partnership firm. So here reconstitution is nothing but, so whenever the new partner is admitted into partnership firm, a partnership firm must be reconstituted. Nothing but we need to prepare the new balance sheet. Old balance sheet and now cancel ಮಾಡಿ new balance sheet ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು prepare ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ. So in order to prepare the new balance sheet, we need to close the partners then we need to close the revaluation account. So must close all these accounts, then we should prepare the new balance sheet. So this is nothing but reconstitution of partnership prepare. So now let's discuss the accounting treatment. So accounting procedure that we are going to follow at the time of admission of a partner. So accounting treatment. Accounting treatment. Now, the first step at the time of admission of partner, the purpose of reconstitution of firm. So, the first step here, preparation of revaluation account. So, preparation of revaluation account. Okay. Now here I will explain how to prepare the revaluation account. First step in the accounting treatment, that is preparation of revaluation account. So here first, what is revaluation? First let's discuss what is revaluation. So whenever a new partner is entered into partnership firm, so the assets and liabilities must be revalued. Means here, so in the old balance sheet, now the assets and liabilities they will appear in their book values. Now, at the time of admission of a partner, see all the assets and liabilities must be shown at their revalued value figure. That is the market value of the assets and liabilities are now very calculated. So here, because the new partner is not entitled to get any benefit in the asset, is not entitled to get the benefit in the asset. Any changes in the value of assets ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ changes ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ ಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ರೈಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಗೆ liabilities ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. If the value of liability is increased, so there may be there is a loss. So he should not bear the loss in the increase in the value of liability. So for that purpose, we have to share the revaluation loss as well as revaluation profit among the old partners. For that purpose, we need to prepare the revaluation account. So now I will explain the rule. So here very important point. So keep in mind this is a basic rule relating to preparation of revaluation accounts. The first rule you should keep in mind, that is increase in the asset. So keep in mind. So this is the first rule as a basic rule. If any increase in the asset, if any asset value is increased, then that value should be credited to revaluation account. So that value should be credited to revaluation because the value is increased. For example, furniture is there. So for example, land and building is there, and the value of land and building is increased. So it is income to the partnership firm, so that it should be credited to revaluation account. And if any decrease in the asset, if any decrease in the value of asset, that should be debited to partnership account because it is loss to partnership firm. So expense is loss, asset increase ಆದರೆ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಹಾಗೆ asset value increase ಆದರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So if you know this one, so next ಹಾಗೆ ಫಾಲೋ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. asset increase ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ credit, asset decrease ಆದರೆ debit. So ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಆಗಿ liability increase ಆದರೆ the value of liability is increased, then it should be debit because here liability value increase ಆದರೆ, so the value should increase ಆದರೆ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಇಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಅವರ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಓಕೆ so this is the first rule increase in the value of asset then decrease in the asset should be debited ಹಾಗೆ if you know this part increase in the asset ಈ ರೂಲ್ ಅನ್ನು ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಉಳಿದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಆಟೋಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ನೆನಪಿಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ next comes here increase in the value of liability decrease in the value of liability expense ಮತ್ತು income ಅಂತ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೆನಪಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ so very simple rule it is next comes so now any unrecorded asset the unrecorded asset ಇರುವುದು one more thing unrecorded asset as well as unrecorded liability books of account ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಮಾಡದೇ ಇರುವಂತ unrecorded liability ಯಾವುದಾದರೂ ಇದ್ರೆ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎಂಟರ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಬುಕ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅದು ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಬಹುದು ಆಗದೇ ಇರಬಹುದು ಅದರ unrecorded asset ಇದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಅನ್ನು ಕೊಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ evaluation account if there is unrecorded asset so that is income so credited to revaluation account unrecorded asset okay now unrecorded liability that should be debited unrecorded liability ಇದೆ partnership form expense ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ so ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ debits ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀತೀವಿ so the difference now we need to get close the evaluation account so the difference is either evaluation profit or evaluation loss either evaluation profit or the evaluation loss so we are preparing the evaluation account because here if there is any profit or loss so in case if there is any profit new partner is not entitled to get the profit as well as if there is any loss in the value of assets and liabilities new partner is he should not bear the losses of the value of assets and liabilities so now we should close this so whatever the loss what we get here this should be distributed among the old partners in their old ratio it should be distributed among the old partners in old ratio so if there is a revaluation profit if credit increases we are adding all these credit side if credit side is more there is revaluation profit income ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ asset and liabilities ಅನ್ನ revalue ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ನಮಗೆ profit ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ revaluation profit ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ credit side is more than the debit side okay now it should be distributed in this side so here to debit side ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ partners ನ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ to partners capitals ಇದನ್ನ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು okay next comes here loss revaluation loss is revaluation loss is ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು partners capital equity so this is the first step by preparing the evaluation account so at the time of admission of a partner the purpose of reconstituting the partnership firm the first step here is preparation of revaluation of assets as well as liabilities if there is any changes in the value of asset as well as in the liabilities here the old partners they have to bear the loss as well as they should share the evaluation profit so next comes the second adjustments relating to admission of a partner the second step ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ರಿಸರ್ವ್ ಫಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಹಾಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇದನ್ನ ಅಕ್ಯುಮುಲೇಟೆಡ್ ರಿಸರ್ವ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಸ್ ಇದು ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ದಿಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟೆಡ್ ಅಮಾಂಗ್ ದಿ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಸ್. ಈ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಶೇರಿಂಗ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋಲಿ ಈ ರಿಸರ್ವ್ ಅನ್ನ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು at the time reconstitution of that is at the time of in this problem sorry in this case addition of a partner. Undistributed reserve fund as well as undistributed profit balance profit and loss account as well as undistributed loans ಇದು profit and loss account debit balance ಇದೆ, ಅದು balance and assets side ಇದೆ, that means profit and loss account debit is undistributed loss. So this should be shared between the old partners ಗೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ರಿಸರ್ವ್ ಫಂಡ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್. This is the second step. So after preparing the revaluation account, the next year allocation of undistributed profits, reserve fund, profit and loss account balance sheet ಇದೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು old partners ಗೆ distribution ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Now next year third and more important step, that is treatment of goodwill. Treatment of goodwill. So goodwill is an intangible asset. Goodwill is an intangible asset as it cannot be seen, but it has wide fluctuations. It is nothing but good value or good reputation of partnership firm. Partnership business ಅನ್ನ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. That firm will earn their reputation in a particular business establish ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗುವಂತ partnership firm good name, good reputation ಅನ್ನ earn ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. So that value cannot be seen, but that can be, it has wide fluctuation. So it is a profit which a partnership firm can expect than over the normal profit. Actual profit is normal ಏನು profit ಬರ್ತದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ expect ಮಾಡುವಂತ profit ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ goodwill ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. So at the time of admission of a partner, see treatment of goodwill is one of the most important concept here. So here it is mandatory for all the business firms to follow treatment of goodwill as per AS 10 accounting standard 10 ನ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಹೀಗೆ accounting treatment ಅನ್ನು ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. As per accounting standard 10 here goodwill cannot be erased. Nothing but goodwill ಅನ್ನು ನಮಗೆ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತೋರಿಸುವ ಹಾಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ goodwill ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರೆ goodwill is already appeared, that should be cancelled. Then new partner can bring in goodwill ಅಲ್ಲಿ contribute ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ old partners, because here old partners they will sacrifice their portion of share to in favor of the new partner. So for that he may bring in cash in the form of goodwill ಗೆ new partner contribute ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. For example ಈಗ partnership firm is there. If just take an example that partnership firm close ಆಗಿ this thing that sold to company. Okay, company partnership firm ಅನ್ನ ಸೇಲ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ so purchase consideration ಏನು ಪೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, purchase consideration ಅಂತ ಏನು ಪೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Here purchase consideration net asset ಗಿಂತ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರೇಷನ್ ಏನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಗುಡ್ವಿಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರೇಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ 20 ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಇದೆ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಟ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ ಅವರು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ 16 ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಪೇ ಇಸ್ 4 ಲ್ಯಾಕ್. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಗುಡ್ವಿಲ್. ನಾವು ಗುಡ್ವಿಲ್ ಅಂತ ಇದನ್ನ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಯೇಷನ್ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೇವೆ. ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಟೋಟಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ಗುಡ್ವಿಲ್ ಅನ್ನ ಹೇಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನೆಟ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ ಇಂದ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಏನು ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರೇಷನ್ ಆ ಫರ್ಗೆ ಕೊಡಬಹುದು. that extra amount what is that expected value of goodwill of that firm, that is the profit expected over the actual normal profit. Normal profit is extra extra profit ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು goodwill ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. as it is intangible, it cannot be seen but it has wide fluctuation. ಅದು goodwill ಅನ್ನ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಯೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. so but here at the time of admission of a partner, for giving accounting treatment, we should pass accounting entries related to goodwill. So that is very important here. First, valuation of goodwill ಗೆ next concept ನಾವು ಹೇಗೆ ನಮಗೆ goodwill valuation ಮತ್ತೆ ನೋಡೋಣ. First now let's see related to entries. So entry relating to treatment of goodwill. Okay. First entry here for bringing goodwill. First entry for bringing in cash. Capital contribute ಮಾಡುವಾಗ new partner he may bring goodwill also. Goodwill ಗೆ ಅವನು contribution ಅಂತ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. So if he brings goodwill, the entry is bank account debtor to new partners capital account. New partners bank account should be debited to new partners capital account. First entry for required amount of goodwill is brought in cash. So if he brings goodwill, there are three entries. Three entries are there: A, B, and C. So PDF send ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ. So ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ entries ಅನ್ನ ನೋಡಬಹುದು. Explain this entry. So first entry, goodwill brought in cash to bank account debtor to new partners capital account. Here he brings goodwill, so cash comes in. So bank account debtor to new partners capital account. Next, second case was the distribution of goodwill. So ಏನು goodwill ಅನ್ನ ತಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ new partner, ಅದನ್ನ old partners ಗೆ distribution ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. For distribution, it is B entry for brought in cash new. Brought in cash. First, B entry for distribution and C for withdraw. Okay. If new partner brings goodwill cash and ತಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ three entries ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಎಲಿಮಿನೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. goodwill ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ತರ್ತಾನೆ. That is bank account debtor to new partners capital account is the given. Next comes distribution. That goodwill whatever brought in by the new partner, that should be distributed among the old partners in their old ratio. Sorry, sacrifice ratio ದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರನ್ನ distribution ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ sacrifice ratio ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ. Here old partners are sacrificing their portion of share in favor of new partner. New partner ಗೆ now they decided to enter into partnership of A and B. They decided to admit C into partnership of. ಈಗ C goodwill ಅನ್ನ ತರ್ತಾನೆ. goodwill ಗೆ first step for bringing goodwill in cash. Now distribution of goodwill ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು distribution ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So ಈ goodwill ಏನು ತರ್ತಾರೆ ಇದನ್ನ A and B they will share in their sacrifice ratio, because this goodwill is nothing but here C is going to make compensation to A and B. goodwill ತರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ A and B ಗೆ ಅವರು compensation ತರಕೊಂಡ ಹಾಗೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅದನ್ನ A and B ಅವರು sacrifice ratio ದಲ್ಲಿ distribution ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, because ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಯಾಕ್ರಿಫೈಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಎ ಅಂಡ್ ಬಿ ಅವರ ಪ್ರಪೋರ್ಷನೇಟ್ ಸ್ಯಾಕ್ರಿಫೈಸ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಅವರು ಸ್ಯಾಕ್ರಿಫೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂತ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಅದು ನಿಮಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆಗ ನಾವು ಸ್ಯಾಕ್ರಿಫೈಸ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇದನ್ನ ಗುಡ್ವಿಲ್ ಅನ್ನ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಯಾವಾಗ ಗುಡ್ವಿಲ್ ಅನ್ನ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಕೇಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಗುಡ್ವಿಲ್ ಅನ್ನ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಸ್ಯಾಕ್ರಿಫೈಸ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ನ್ಯೂ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿಲಿ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ನ್ಯೂ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಗಿವರ್. ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅವರ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಇಂದ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಗೆ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ನ್ಯೂ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಡೆಬಿಟ್, ನ್ಯೂ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಡೆಬಿಟ್, ಓಕೆ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನ್ಯೂ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಕೊಡುವಾಗ ಅದು ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಇಂದ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಸ್ಯಾಕ್ರಿಫೈಸ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಅನ್ನ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಎ ಅಂಡ್ ಬಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಕಾಂಪನ್ಸೇಷನ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಬೈ ಸಿ ಟು ಎ ಅಂಡ್ ಬಿ. ಸೊ ಸಿ ಈಗ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಸ್ ಎ ಅಂಡ್ ಬಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಸ್ ಎ ಅಂಡ್ ಬಿ ಗೆ ನಾವು ಸ್ಯಾಕ್ರಿಫೈಸ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ನಾವು ದಿಸ್ in the sacrifice ratio. So this is distribution. Now what happens next is 3. The C case and third one. So it is simultaneous and first 3 entries but for the first case. Never for the first case. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ plotting cash, goodwill plotting cash entry ಆಯಿತು, distribution ಗೆ entry ಆಯಿತು. So old part of account ಗೆ goodwill distribution ಆಯಿತು, ಅವರ ಶೇರ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಕಾಂಪನ್ಸೇಷನ್ ಇಂಡಿಸ್. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಈಗ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಆದಂತ ಈ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನಿದೆ there can be withdrawn by the old partners. ಅವರು ಅದನ್ನ withdraw ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. Okay, if it is given it is withdrawn by the old partners, then the third C entry should be passed. ಆ entry ಕೊಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ C entry ಅನ್ನ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. That whatever the goodwill distributed among the old partners that should be withdrawn by the old partners. Old partners ಅದನ್ನ withdraw ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. That may be partial or full. Partial ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಫುಲ್ ವಿತ್ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಪಾರ್ಷಿಯಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಫುಲ್ ಕೂಡ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಸಿ ಕೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಟ್ರಿಯನ್ನ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಫಾರ್ ವಿತ್ಡ್ರಾ ಅಂತ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಸಿ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸಿ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಗೆ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಸೊ ಈಗ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಕೊಡುವಾಗ ಅದು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನ ವಿತ್ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಇಂದ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ debit to cash goes out. If it is withdrawn, so cash goes out. Withdraw ಮಾಡುವ cash goes out. So to bank account. Very simple. First entry for bringing goodwill cash. Goodwill brought in cash. Simultaneously entry ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು follow ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ. First for goodwill brought in cash, new partner brings the goodwill. So bank account entered new partner's capital account. Capital account ಅಲ್ಲಿ credit ಇರ್ತದೆ new partner. Next ಅದನ್ನ old partners ಗೆ distribution ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ. So in order to distribute that, old partners capital account should be debited to new partners capital account. New partners capital account debit to old partners capital account. New partners capital account credit ಇದೆ, cancel ಮಾಡಿ debit ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. old partners capital account ಗೆ credit ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ ಏನು old partners capital account credit ಇದೆ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು withdraw ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ partners, if they withdraw that bill, then old partners capital account should be share only to the extent of new partners share. To the extent of new partners share. So at the time of admission of a partner, goodwill maybe revalue. Goodwill and revalue. Market valuation. Goodwill in a value calculate ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Goodwill revalue ಆದಾಗ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ here we should take into consideration only new partner share of goodwill. New partner share of goodwill ಅನ್ನ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ calculate ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಬೇಕು. New partner share of goodwill. Because here goodwill is not raised. ಅಂದ್ರೆ value balance sheet ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು goodwill ಅನ್ನು ತೋರಿಸುವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. Goodwill ಅನ್ನ revalue ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ or if the value of goodwill is increased at that is nothing but goodwill is revalued. So in that case, we should take into consideration in that goodwill only new partner share of goodwill should be taken into consideration. And here I will to the extent of new partner share. But total goodwill and new partners share करते and the same ಹಾಗೆ ನಾವು entry pass ಮಾಡಬೇಕು for distributing the goodwill to the old partners. So here new partner share of goodwill ಏನಿದೆ ಅದು new partners capital account ಗೆ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. So new partners capital account debit to old partners account debit to new partners capital account debit old partners capital account. Old partners capital account. Okay, this is also distributed in sacrifice ratio. So this is also case of distribution. Now just new partner share and calculate ಮಾಡಿ ಅದನ್ನ old partners ಗೆ distribution ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So sacrifice ratio ಅಲ್ಲಿ old partners capital account ಗೆ credit ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So they are sacrificing in favor of new partner. ಹಾಗೆ ಅವರ share ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ share of goodwill new partners and old partners ಗೆ distribution ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So this is the second case. Then one more there are one more case, that is third case. By treating the goodwill, third case here it is for goodwill already appeared and it is revalued. For goodwill already appeared and it is revalued. Goodwill already appears and revalued. So in this case, goodwill is already there. Balance sheet alla nಮಗೆ provide ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ for preparing final balance sheet. So here in that goodwill is already appeared. Goodwill balance sheet already ಇದೆ. So ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ cancel ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So to write off the goodwill here the first case A is to write off. To write off means existing goodwill already appeared there, so that goodwill should be cancelled. That goodwill should be written off. So again, goodwill entry and pass ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Here old partners capital account should be debited. Old partners capital account should be debited to goodwill account. Old partners capital account debit ಮಾಡಿ goodwill ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು credit ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. So let's take an example. Balance sheet ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು goodwill ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Balance sheet ಅಲ್ಲಿ goodwill ಅಂದ್ರೆ asset side ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ. Okay, goodwill is an asset. So it's an intangible asset. Shows debit balance. So one rule is here. All asset shows debit balance. All asset shows debit balance and our liability shows ಗುಡ್ವಿಲ್ ರಿವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದನ್ನು ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ದೇ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಗುಡ್ವಿಲ್ ರಿವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಯೇಷನ್ ಟು ದ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ನ್ಯೂ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಸ್ ಶೇರ್, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಟು ದ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ new partners share. To the extent of new partnership, here also new partners capital account enter. New partners capital account enter to old partners capital account. Old partners capital account. New partners capital account debit ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, old partners capital account. Same here also sacrifice ratio. Sacrifice ratio ದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನ old partners ಗೆ distribution ಮಾಡುವಂತದ್ದು. ಹಾಗೆ new partners capital account enter to old partners capital account. ಇಲ್ಲಿ revalue ಮಾಡುವಾಗ new partner share ಅನ್ನು ಮಾತ್ರ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. As per is then ನಾವು new partner share ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದನ್ನ ಮಾತ್ರ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದನ್ನ old partners ಗೆ distribution ಮಾಡುವಂತದ್ದು. Okay, last one ಮತ್ತೆ for goodwill. For goodwill appears a new partner then new cash. Appears and new partners. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಕೇಸ್ ಸೈಮಲ್ಟೇನಿಯಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅನ್ನು ನೋಡಬೇಕು ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಸ್ ಸಾರಿ ಗುಡ್ವಿಲ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಇದೆಯಾ ಅಂತ ನೋಡಬೇಕು. ನಿಮಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಗುಡ್ವಿಲ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ಅಂತ ನೋಡಬೇಕು. ಸೇಮ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಆಗ ನಾವು ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಗುಡ್ವಿಲ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಅಪಿಯರ್ಡ್. ಸೊ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಗ ನಾವು ಸೇಮ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಟು ರೈಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಗುಡ್ವಿಲ್ ಐ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಎಂಟರ್ ಟು ಗುಡ್ವಿಲ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ. ಹಾಗೆ ನ್ಯೂ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಸ್ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಎರಡು ಕೇಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಗುಡ್ವಿಲ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಹಾಗೆ ನ್ಯೂ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಗುಡ್ವಿಲ್ ಅನ್ನ ತರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ವಿ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಪ್ಲಾಟಿಂಗ್ ಗುಡ್ವಿಲ್ ಇನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್. ಎರಡು ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಗುಡ್ವಿಲ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಅಪಿಯರ್ಡ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಕೊಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಎಂಟರ್ ಟು ಗುಡ್ವಿಲ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟು ಬ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಗುಡ್ವಿಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ABC ಕೇಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ABC ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಪ್ಲಾಟಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಗುಡ್ವಿಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಎಂಟರ್ ಟು ನ್ಯೂ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್. ಹಾಗೆ ಸಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಗುಡ್ವಿಲ್ ದಟ್ whatever is plotting should be distributed among the old partners. New partners capital account enter to old partners capital account. ಹಾಗೆ old partners ಅದನ್ನ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು either partially or full. Either partial or full. Old partners capital account enter to bank account cash account. So like that. So these are the four entities and pass ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Four different cases. These are four different cases. ಒಂದು ಕೇಸ್ ನಾವು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಕೊಡಬಹುದು. ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾವು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಾವು ಹೋಗಿ ನಮಗೆ ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಐ